Hello, it's ACX here. Just wanted to show you about the results that we've done today on the dollar CAD pair on the 1 hour chart. So this was back testing done since January the 1st 2019, and we've got all the trades here that would have been a reclaim on the US dollar to Canadian dollar. And I just wanted to show you about the confluence and the importance of actually writing down your stats like this, so you can actually gauge more about your probabilities per trade. So as you can see here, if you took all these reclaims, you would have had 12 wins, 11 losses, with a max reward of 75.74. So just that number alone is a good number. But what you can actually do is scour through these results with the confluence that we use in the group, the acxtrades.com group, and you can really figure out what actually works and what doesn't really work. For example, you look at these stats here, you can see these check boxes here. So these were trades, say, they didn't have a Casimodo, they didn't have a 4 hour overbought or oversold, and they didn't have a MACD divergence either. So you can see that from these purple trades here, that's also noted down here in the checkbox. Look, nothing's checked here. We made 5 trades, 4 losses, 1 win, and it had a reward of 4.86 max because there was 4 losses there, and then there was a win, where was it, 8.86. So it's really about gauging what works and the confluence as well. So as you can see here from the results, these are all the ones with Casimodo's ticked, with one bit of confluence. So you can see here with the MACD, when the MACD was also diverging as well as the RSI divergence. All of them are RSI diverging, but when the MACD is actually in confluence with the RSI, it had 100% on 2 trades. It made 3 trades when it had an overbought or oversold reading, and they come in at 66%, 13.09 reward. Obviously that was a big one here when we're actually looking at it with the MACD divergence. It was 20.79 reward. And then we had the 5 trades here which had every single of the confluence items also ticked as well. So we had the QM, the 4 hour, the MACD, and as you can see here, so 5 trades, 4 wins, 1 loss since January the 1st 2019, and it had an 80% win rate with 18.68 reward. And then you can come down to the things that don't really work, so you can avoid taking those trades. Remember, it's up to you if you want to take these. It obviously did have 1 win and it still produced money overall, but it's up to you. And the things you can do around this is your trading plans, alright? Your trading plans, you can always add a bit more risk if you think it's an A grade setup. So an A grade setup would be everything's being ticked, all the boxes are being ticked, and then you can go on, or you can de-risk. Maybe you trade 1% risk, 1.5%, and then you get these setups, you can maybe go to a 0.5% risk. So it's all about managing, knowing your stats, and then this gives you confidence as well, especially if you're a new trader and you're fishing around with loads of different strategies. I basically just trade 2 strategies based on reclaims along the group. But as you can see here, look, with nothing ticked, 20% win rate, still made the money. But would I be wanting to keep on trading that? Not necessarily. Would I like to keep trading these 3 here that have got above 50%? Yes. This 50% one here, it's only a bit of a short stat here, 1 win, 1 loss, so you need to do more testing, and we'll be doing testing, back testing for all my members on every single foreign exchange pair, along with Bitcoin as well. So it's all about just managing whatever trades you're looking for, knowing what works and what doesn't, and what's the best returns compared to what doesn't have the best returns. So as you can see here, this one just had a Casimodo, but no confluence whatsoever along with it. It just had the RSI and a Casimodo, and it just returned 20%. It still made money again, but 20% win rate. We're looking for more higher than that. If you can combine that along with good returns, and you're really on your way to profitability. So make sure, if you're new especially, backtest, write down your data, and it gives you just that psychological momentum as well, knowing that if you have a couple of losing trades, overall you've done the stats, you know what works, you know that on the long run you will make money. So that is ACX with the data set. Normally I'm used to doing all these charts and stuff like that, but it's nice to do something a little bit different, even though actually creating this spreadsheet was the most boring thing I've done all day, probably all year in the last decade, to be honest. Backtesting is no fun, but it's vital, and if you treat trading like a job, it's not always fun. You've got to do these kind of stuff to make sure, otherwise you could just be trading a non-profitable strategy and it's kind of pointless in the end, and you've just got to burn money. So thanks for watching. If you want to learn more, if you want to join the group, acxtrades.com, we have a great bunch of guys in there everyone's so active, everyone's sharing ideas, and it's really cool to be in. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care.